it's Vezo, and I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to video games. I can't get enough of them. Hell, I base my whole personality around them. Shirts, soundtracks, plushies, you name it, I got it. You may look at this and say problem, but I say work of art. If you slap Mario's face on a box of cereal, bam! I bought 10 of them. Video game promotional material is where the marketing team of the respective companies are able to go buck wild. They go from fancy flyers to whole pop-up restaurants to promote their game. I absolutely adore this type of stuff. It's like the best of both worlds, not video games and video games. So I thought we'd take this chance to dive into the deep world of video game promotional material, as well as look at my own personal collection. Arby's, they got the meat. I am a 24-year-old man who has never been to Arby's, and I plan to keep it that way. They use a certain strategy that I actually really love though. They take whatever's in pop culture at the time, like anime or video games, then try to replicate it either out of cardboard, condiments, or figuring out a way to incorporate their logo with the reference for social media. I personally think this is a fun, cool, and overall a smart idea. Plus, they did a promo for Gravity Rush, so I felt obligated as one of the few fans that exists to show this off. Now look at this, a chocobo made out of cardboard, with meat that's very questionable now. Crash Bandicoot staring at their food. And the Buster Sword stabbed into their burger. Now this is actually a really good shot. The list really goes on for what they could do with their food. Overall, it seems like there's been a strong reception when it comes to advertisements like this. Which makes sense, because if you love a franchise, you're gonna love seeing it anywhere. And I mean anywhere. Now that we have our food, we need our drink. Introducing Kung Fu Tea, an American chain bubble tea shop. They've been known to do collaborations with video games that would be coming out soon. And I gotta say, I like boba. It tastes good, and I get it with friends. However, I like it even more when you slap a character's face on it. Because of them, now I'm able to say different sentences that I never thought I'd be able to say before in my life. Like, oh god, my Princess Peach Kung Fu Tea is empty, I need more! Or, oh god, that Princess Peach Kung Fu Tea is agreeing with my stomach. I don't think I'm gonna... Are valid options for sentences that exist in our world now. Which both just so happen to start with, oh god, the thing we're clearly lacking. Whenever gaming companies branch out and collab with other companies, they always release these small promo items that make my brain giddy. Like, look at Metaphor Fantasio. I'm a big Atlas fan, and I don't know what these are. Maybe some sort of sticker or can badge, but I want them. If you're a fan of a series or a franchise, it's always a perfect chance to dive into it and grab some special items. Now, it's time to dive into my personal collection. Because as they say, collecting is just a step away from hoarding. And dear God, I have a whole lot of stuff. Princess Peach Showtime, a game I've been meaning to check out, which I've heard very mixed things about. Regardless, I got some cool stuff about it. On one of my trips to New York, this game was coming out around the same time. I stopped by the Nintendo store and bought a few amiibos that was missing, just to be given this. These are just simple cardboard advertisements, but they are so high quality. At first, I was confused on why I was given 4 of them, just to turn them around and find out that each one is based off some of the in-game costumes she changes into. Then, I was even more blown away with the ticket I was given to one of the showings. This is just cool and fun marketing for the game. I mean, look at it, I feel so special. Around Christmas time another year from the Nintendo store, I got some cool tags for Christmas presents as well. Moving on, we have a Final Fantasy VII Remake Candy Bar collab. There was a special promo around April 2020 as the game was coming out. If you bought 2 candy bars and sent in the receipt, they would send you DLC codes for in-game items and this amazing background theme. I love Final Fantasy, and I also love Tifa, so having her and her theme song play in the background when I start up my PS4 every single time is perfection. Speaking of Final Fantasy, I also have my Final Fantasy Cup of Noodles. And we have Jump Force, but we don't talk about Jump Force. Final Fantasy had a special collab with Cup Noodles where they got to advertise their brand in Final Fantasy 15 with a whole side quest mission. While in the real world, we got this when their fighting game, Dissidia, came out. And God, these are some of my favorite from my collection. I have had them since 2018, and they're still unopened. And I plan to keep it that way. These are collectibles that haven't seen the light of day yet. They are priceless. A lot of the time, it feels like the marketing team sees a video game and says, let's slap that sucker onto something for shits and giggles. God, I love marketing. Now, the holy grail of my promo collection. A Final Fantasy XIV Heaven's Ward cardboard cutout with the backside being Dragon Quest Heroes! These types of promos are easily some of my favorites of all time. I only have one, but I have always dreamt having multiple on display from my favorite series. Just look at the craftsmanship! It just pops out at you like the video game just came to life, standing at a whopping 160 centimeters. I could honestly just go on how much I love these cardboard masterpieces. There's just something so amazing about seeing video games come to life that I can never get over. I've made a few in the past just because I've seen people online do them and want to try it, and I gotta say, well, that was neat. They just weren't the same as the ones in the stores. I can only hope I can keep adding to this collection. Imagine a room filled with nothing but video game cardboard cutouts. That sounds like heaven. Well, for me, and probably a nightmare for some. Collecting promotional material is very addicting. I really just can't get enough of it. I'm always on the lookout for this type of stuff. They know I'm the target audience, and I just eat right out of their damn hands, man. But I can't help it. I've played video games just about my entire life. It's a thing that connects to me the most. So, seeing something that I already like be turned into a reference to a franchise I love just fills me with excitement every single time. However, that being said, I do wonder about the food promos though. When do cup of noodles go bad anyway? Cup of noodles go bad after a year and get moldy after 3.